ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, because I didn't do this in the beginning of the call, and I love doing this before I start any webinar. Just go ahead in the chat box and let me know where you're calling in from. I'm from New Jersey, USA, where it's about 2:14 p.m. EST, and it's September, starting to get colder. We got St. Martin in the house, UK, Dallas, Texas, India, South Africa, Philadelphia, Ohio, Hawaii, New York. Man, already so many people from all across the globe: Portland, Sweden, London, Palm Beach, Florida. Wow. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Orlando, thank you so much for tuning in. Colorado, I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and see exactly what it is that we could do here today to get this thing going for all of us. So let me just get this going to the first page, and let's start the presentation right now. Okay, so first of all, we're talking about profits on autopilot, and I want to make sure that I go ahead and welcome each and every single one of you to the future of trading, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it's said that Albert Einstein once said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. Now, while some people question whether this quote was in fact from Albert Einstein, the power of compound interest is unquestionable, okay? And the reason why I talk about compound interest, and the reason why I'm talking about, being able to compound something, is what we do here in automation, in the automation world, is all about compounding your profits and allowing an account to grow over time, okay? And we're going to talk in great detail on how that's possible with this powerful software that I've uncovered, and how you can take advantage of it as well. I just really want you to understand that, think of the seven wonders of the world. If this quote is absolutely true, that Albert Einstein said that it's the eighth wonder of the world, if I could show you how to compound at even 4% a month consistently, safely, and religiously, that's absolutely incredible. I really want you to think about walking into a bank right now and looking at your banker in the face and saying, hey, here's $100,000. I want 4% on my money. They're going to laugh at you. You go to the average money market account right now in the US, you're getting less than 0.25% back on your money on an annual basis. So trust me, this is something that's going to completely allow you to hedge against inflation. Right now, guys, my strategy is cash is king until 2024, when the markets really make a big rebound. So this is a good time for you to take your cash and have it work for you. So this way you can diversify into crypto and different things as they boom long term. So trust me, this is an amazing strategy that's going to allow you to build your portfolio in such an incredible way. So let's go ahead and kind of dive in a little bit more and talk about what we're talking about today. So the agenda, the major problem, right? We're going to talk about the major problem in the industry in terms of automation and what some of you may have experienced in the past, okay? I'm a very transparent person, so I want to talk about that because it's important to me, okay? I put in my post that, I've been on the hunt helping people and learning about automation for the last 2 years. And, although I've been burned in the industry, I've also had the ability to sit on the sidelines, to be patient, to find something before I bring it to market. We're going to talk about the solution. We're going to talk about what is Aithena. I'm going to show you some past and current results of existing clients that we have here. And we're going to talk a little bit about how you can get started and what it's going to cost you to get going, okay? So let's go ahead and dive right into this, and let's talk about the major problem, okay? First and foremost, the major problem is past projects in the last 2 years and their failures have destroyed investor confidence when it comes to investing in automated systems. Here are some examples of some platforms and some products that you may have heard of in the past that have led people to failure. Some of these are very popular, and I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, were involved in something like this. And Nicholas, I made you co-host, so if you can help out with the waiting room, I'd really appreciate it. Some of these platforms, you've been a part of, so please just understand that what happened in those platforms is not a depiction of what's possible in the future. But whenever you find a problem in the industry, you have to bring the solution forward. And that's why we're doing this webinar today, because I want to bring the solution to the table. And I want to make sure that all of you have an opportunity to be able to move the needle forward in the right direction. Now, all of these platforms have left traders and investors doubtful. All of these platforms have left investors and traders frustrated. All of these platforms have left investors and traders out of money. billions and billions, right? Billions and billions of investor funds and money are accounted for everyone, all while people like myself and you guys all in this webinar were stuck holding the bag and left damaged, right? Now, and just I want to ask a simple question. If you felt like maybe you were involved in one of these platforms, or you lost money, or you tried a Forex robot and it blew your account, and you thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, and you were promised that, you know, it had a 30% equity protector and all this crazy stuff, and you were affected by this, just go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat box. I just want to see how many people on this webinar were affected by any of these one platforms, because it was running rampant and so many people were affected by this. And it was just super, super frustrating for me to see and for a lot of other people to see. So let's talk a little bit about our mission and vision and how we can affect change and disrupt the industry in the right way, in a proper way, in a professional way, in a way where we can actually treat people like investors and give you something that you can hold on to and actually have something that's going to grow for you. So first of all, the vision is to create an ecosystem where investors from all across the globe can have access to the best hands-free trading software to disrupt the trading space and provide world-class service to over 1 million clients, okay? My goal and our goal with Aithena is to impact over 1 million lives using Aithena, and we want to teach people the power of compounding their gains while providing optimal services to our customers using the most modern technology available to mankind. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Aithena. So Aithena, ladies and gentlemen, spelled like Aithena, right? Beautiful name. We love Aithena. She's absolutely incredible. Is a very, very, very powerful algorithm, right? Now, when we speak about Aithena, we talk about her as its own individual entity, because if you understand softwares and algorithms as they're really focused on doing one thing and doing that one thing at a very high level. That's why people love algo trading. That's why the most popular hedge funds and banks are using algorithms to trade for them and people to manage those algos, right? It's people really aren't trading at hedge funds. They're using automation and algorithms all day long. So now when you look at Aithena, what is it doing? It's a proprietary algorithmic software available only to Economy. So you can only get it here within our ecosystem. And there's a couple things that are so important for you to understand about Aithena. Number one, this is not a PAM account. There's no profit splits, meaning you keep 100% of what you get and what you earn based off of the bot. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you have 100% full control of your funds. You are not giving your funds to Aithena. You're not depositing it in some crypto wallet for it to crypto arbitrage for you. None of that garbage. It's your relationship with your broker, and you're going to be able to have access to your funds 100% of the time. You could withdraw at any time between you and your broker. Aithena does not charge you a penalty for withdrawing your capital out of your account. You could fund your account with $20,000 today and turn off your automation tomorrow. No harm, no foul. Nobody's going to stop you. Nobody can prevent you from doing that. And the beautiful thing about Aithena is its strategy is designed to conserve your balance. So most trading algorithms out there that you see people talking about on Facebook all the time, showing, my FX books with 20, 30, 40% gains months over month, those things really don't have a long-term track record, because all it takes is one bad day in the market. And we just recently saw this week with a fund with over $15 million in it went sideways just because of one bad trade, one bad trading sequence. And that's when pandemonium strikes. When you pressure an algorithm to put out 20, 30, 40, 50% profits, on the other side of that is 50, 60, 70, 80% drawdown. There's no reason for you to try to hit a home run with automation. Could you imagine if your 401k was designed to hit a home run for you? Your 401k would reset every 24 months. And even in its most conservative settings possible, 401k still takes step backs, right? And that's the most conservative way to invest. So trust and believe that balanced conservation should be the forefront of automation, number one. Because if I don't lose you money, if I don't blow your account, you can't come to me and say, hey, Ali, this product that you showed me sucks. No, it doesn't. It's putting you in a position to protect your capital. It's putting you in a position to grow your account 7 to 10% a month in potential gains. And that's all you need. You don't need anything more than that, because If you could do 7 to 10% a month over the course of, let's say, a 48-month period, you are set. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit here as well. Okay. So now Athena is going to scan and do analysis in the market over multiple currency pairs, looking for the best market opportunities. The one thing I love about Athena is there's a 3-minute setup, 3 to 5 minute setup. The hardest part of Athena is actually funding your account, and you get a free web-based VPS that's included when you do subscribe with Athena. So let's talk a little bit more about what the solution looks like, right? So we talked a little bit about the problem. I talked about Athena and what's the solution. So first and foremost, the biggest solution for anybody looking for automation is you want to have full control over your capital. Never. From this point moving forward, you need to make a promise that you are never going to give your capital to something that you can't withdraw from. That's number one. Number two, you want to look for consistent growth. Be realistic. Who doesn't want 20 to 30% gains? The idea is long-term growth and success. You want to make sure that whatever you're investing to has a real strategy behind it that you could see with your eyes. You want to trust, but you want to verify, right? Verify that that strategy is real so you can help increase your investment value with Athena's conservative strategy, and also look for a track record, okay? Something that's been running for 3 to 6 months of good growth in the financial market is not an indication of a successful project. I'm going to say that again. Something that's running for 3 to 6 months of good or decent growth is not an indication of a successful project, okay? Now, if you guys all understand that, just go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat box so we could move on to the next thing. I want to make sure everybody understood the problem, the solution, what Athena is, what it has to offer, 7 to 10% gains, conservatively growing your account month over month, week over week, compounding your trading accounts, all while you have full control of your capital. Super simple stuff. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, results. Okay. I'm a big believer that documentation beats conversation all day long. Now, some of you may know me being in the industry. I've been in a couple different platforms, and my intentions have always been to help people have the keys, right? Like, I want to send the ladder back down to as many people as possible, because you help as many people get to where they need to go. Eventually, you'll get to where you need to go, and that's a beautiful thing, right? Karma is a real thing, and I appreciate it. So I love to help people. But the biggest thing about some of those other platforms in the past has been, since the products and services weren't like, the best of the best, I had to be the value. My leaders, we had to be the value. So we were constantly, front and center, face to face, belly to belly. You would see us every single day, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, back-to-back Zooms, because we needed to be the value, right? The beautiful thing about Athena is Athena's the value. It's made my life 10 times easier. And the best way I can show you that, and I can prove it to you, is documentation, right? Because documentation beats conversation every single day of the week, okay? No matter what you're looking at, it's all about the proof in the pudding. So let's talk a little bit about MyFXBook. And I want to break down MyFXBook for some of you who don't know what it is. I just want you to understand that the information I'm going to show you is authentic, okay? So MyFXBook is a tracking software that's independently owned and operated, that tracks performance of a trading account. It links directly to someone's MetaTrader 4 or 5 and tracks the results in a very honest and ethical way, and it cannot be manipulated in any capacity, okay? So this is a true independent software that links to your MetaTrader, and it just lets us know your data and information, okay? So let's go ahead and break down some results. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen here, and I'm gonna pull up some things that I think you guys are really going to love to see. Let me just go ahead and close this out and open up our stuff here. Okay, perfect. So move this over here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show all of you some results from past clients. And I'm going to kind of break things down a little bit. And I want to spend like a decent amount of time going over some of these results. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will start off with, I got a couple different ones here. I just want to get them all in a row. I'll break them down as best as I can. I know what I need to know about some of these MyFXBooks. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this one right here, okay? So first and foremost, right here, this is an account from a client that was started on the 29th of August. Okay. This client deposited $5,460.99 into their MetaTrader 4 account. As you can see, from the 29th of August until market close on the 23rd of September, which was Friday, this account is up 14% from its inception. So far, for the month of this particular product, what we're looking at is a total balance growth, okay, of $766.26. As you can see, the profit is here as well, $766.20. Let's take a look at the drawdown. So the total drawdown here, guys, is 2.75%. Now, drawdown shows your watermark in terms of your highest collective drawdown, okay? Now, if we look at the drawdown percentages on all of these dates, at no point did the drawdown ever peak over 0.6%. So drawdown never went even close to, it went over half of almost 1%. So think about that for a second. This account was able to grow 14% gains while only risking less than 0.6% of your account. So this drawdown to me is probably the most amazing drawdown I've seen in this industry. Another thing I want to point out when you're looking at a MyFX book, you want to make sure that it's double track record verified, that the track record is verified and the trading privileges are verified, meaning that it's 100% verified and zero manipulation can happen, okay? So as you can see here, we have the drawdown watermark of 2.75%. The daily drawdown, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely savage stuff. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Looking at the growth here, it's not uncommon to see accounts like this specifically with Aithena. So let's go ahead and kind of break things down a little bit further as we go through this process. So if you look at the month specifically, it's up 13.64%. The total profit, as we can see here, absolutely insane. It's putting itself in a position to dominate through the entire process here. So as you can see, this one's absolutely crushing it. You can take a look at the general to make sure it's a real account, all that good stuff, all that's here. So this one is a totally verified account. As you can see here, just dominating in the markets, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. So right here, we have another one. This one had a deposit of $17,625. This account was open in April 12th of 2022. Currently, it's up 51.82% from the time the account was created. Current profits are $7,024.14. And the current balance is 24, that's euros, but 649.34 cents. No withdrawals on this account. So this account has been steadily growing, steadily climbing. And as you can see here, the drawdown at this level is at 10.67%. Now, I spoke to the person who actually owns this, and they did tell me that they were doing a little bit of manual trading in the very beginning alongside of it, and then they kind of stopped. So let's go ahead and break down the drawdown and see what it looked like here, okay? So right here, as you can see, this big drawdown watermark, let's talk about this one right here. This is Russia, Ukraine, okay? This is Russia-Ukraine conflict. So you want to make sure that you keep in mind whenever there's big world news, the bot does really well. It's designed to, really put itself in a position to handle that drawdown. I want to say like 95% of trading EAs, 95% of trading EAs blew during this time, okay? So just understand that this is absolutely incredible for what was happening during that time. So incredible stuff there. As you can see, once again, the entire month, it's up 10.13%. Total profits for the month, 2,200. This thing's absolutely crushing it. So I'm loving this one right here. Profits look clean. The balance looks clean. The growth looks clean to me. This is an A-rated FX book for me. Now we have this person. They trade alongside their account. So they do something called boosting. And that's something you can do if you want to do it. I don't recommend it. but this is such somebody who's connected to it and does also boost with it. Overall, they're crushing it. And what boosting means is they just take a position at the bottom and then ride it up to the top. So that's another thing that people do as well. So let's go ahead and also take a look at one last one here. This is by far going to blow your mind. We had a client come in on the 23rd of August. They started off with 20,000 Canadian dollars. They went ahead after a couple weeks of seeing the results with Aithena, totally being blown away with her conservative style of trading. They loved it. They felt so secure that they took the account up to like a little over $110,000 with their own money. So they literally went and added more capital to the account. As you can see here, it's up 19.67% from the 23rd of August. Okay. Total drawdown 1.33%. Let's go ahead and break that down. Incredible stuff, as you can see here, right, ladies and gentlemen? Savage stuff. Never even touched close to 1%. For this month, it's up 12.33%. The year, it's up almost 20%. And as you can see, the total profits for this account is $11,613.67. So once again, that's $11,613.67, all because they were able to take advantage of something that they said to themselves, you know what, this is something that I think that I could use in order for me to grow and scale. And it's something that's super conservative, right, guys? I'm not on here, selling you guys a pipe dream of 20, 30% gains. I'm not on here, talking to you guys about, things that are unrealistic. I'm not over here talking about things that could potentially put you or your family in harm's way. I'm talking to you guys about things that are absolutely revolutionary, that are going to help change the way you do trading, right? And the beautiful thing about, being in a position to have access to a tool like this, it just means that you have an opportunity to be able to actually go out there, right, and become a better manual trader, because you don't have the stresses of forcing yourself to be profitable in the financial markets, right? And that's something that a lot of people, struggle with, is how do I become a profitable trader manually, right? And that's because you haven't been able to really put yourself in a position to let something take the wheels and make money for you. If I could tell you that your money is growing 7 to 10% a month, are you going to have an issue opening up that demo account and actually trading and learning the skill set and taking your time, putting a year into the markets, all while your money is growing for you? You don't have to worry about making profits in the market, because your money's in the market making profits for you. And guess what? You don't have to sit there and stress yourself out to try to force your small little $500, $1,000, $200, $2,000 account into $1 million, right? You're going to allow money to grow for you, compound for you, so you can check on it a year later, just set it and forget it, and then go become a profitable trader. Learn the skill set, take the stress off your shoulders and put it on Athena, and allow this thing to help you flourish throughout your time. Now, we have literally thousands of people using this tool right now. Thousands of people in Sweden, in London, in Norway, in Finland, Denmark, Portugal, Africa, Latin America, Asia, Australia, using this tool, Canada, literally completely changing the way they do trading. And for me, this is something that's allowed, not just me to really, feel more comfortable in the markets, but it's allowed me to really go out there and help a lot of people and really put other people in a position to win. Now, some of you might be thinking to yourself that maybe 10%, isn't what you're looking for. Maybe 10% isn't, the best thing. Maybe you think it's a little bit too conservative, or whatever the case may be. I just want to go ahead and, share my screen here real quick and just show you one other thing that I think is super powerful. So as you can see here, 10% monthly compounding, okay? So it's all about compounding your account 10%. Now, if you guys can see my screen, just go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat box. Thank you. You guys can see my screen. Perfect. All right. So let's say you started off Athena with $1,000 balance, right? And let's say it grows 10% a month. That 1,000 will turn into 1,100, will turn into 1,331, will turn into 1,772 by month 6, will turn into 2,358 by month 9, will turn into 3,138 by month 12. Let's say if you come in with $5,000, that 5,000 turns into 55, which turns into 66.55, which turns into 88.58, which turns into 11,790, which turns into 15,692, literally a year later. You're 3 timesing your money. You're 3xing your money overall, just on a 5 times 5 times 5, like literally just 3xing your money over the course of a 12-month period. But look, your account by month 7, by month 6 or 7 is 100% growth, meaning that you'll be literally by month 7, 8 at $11,250, which means you've literally 100% grew your account in under a year. That's unheard of, with no profit sharing, with having 100% control of your money, with total balance conservation, in mind. Let's take it a step further. Let's look at $50,000. If you come in with a $50,000 deposit, you're looking at month 1, 55, month 3, 66,550, month 6, 88,570, month 9, 117,897, 156,921, 100K, 313,843. Could you imagine what the possibilities are in terms of being able to grow your account, build and scale just by compounding your account? Even at 7% a month, that's life-changing. Even at 3% a month, that's life-changing. The biggest differentiating factor with Aithena is that you have full control of your capital at all times, and you never have to worry about, stressing out your capital or stressing yourself out. Okay. So now let's go ahead and kind of get this presentation moving, and then we'll talk a little bit about how you can get started and what it'll all look like for you. Okay. So first and foremost, how do you get started? So getting started is very simple, right? You just have to get back to the person who invited you to this specific webinar. Every single person who invited to this webinar, whether it was me, whether it's Nicholas, whether whoever it was, invited you here. They're in my organization. They're on my team. We're family, right? So this is not about who, none of that stuff matters. Get back to the person who invited you to this webinar and take action, right? And we're going to talk about what it's going to take for you to get started and how you can actually get started and what getting started actually looks like. So once again, thanks for watching the presentation. Let's make some magic happen together. And I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the price point here and how you guys can get started. And then we could go about our merry way for the day. So ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 different packages here in Economy. We have 2 different packages here in Economy. The one that is going to give you the automation is the Elite Pro Pack, okay? The Elite Pro Pack doesn't just give you signals, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't just give you automation. You don't just get Aithena with that. You also get a crypto automation tool called Hercules, which helps you dollar cost average in the crypto markets. You also get a tool called Manara that does, it's a very, very comprehensive algorithmic harmonic scanner that works extremely well. Manara is an incredible tool. You'll also have access to that. You'll have access to signals and a full-blown academy. It's going to cost you $235 to get started, $149 a month. Okay. Now, if you are in Africa, you can get an Aithena only package with only Aithena in Africa. It's $149 to start, $99 a month after that. Okay. So Africa, Aithena only, just Aithena, $149 to start, $99 a month. Everywhere else, Elite Pro Pack, which will give you everything. And in Africa, if you want Elite Pro Pack, $235 to start, $149 every month moving forward. And if you don't want the automation I just talked about for the last 42 minutes, and you want to just take advantage of everything else we have here in Economy, except the automation, you're looking at $149 to start, $99 a month after that. Now, there are other ways to also make money in Economy, but we're going to talk about that a completely other day. I don't want to really dive into what that looks like today. Today, I just want to focus on the automation and how you can take advantage of it. Like, I'm just being very real with you that I got sick and tired of watching people in my network and people that, I crossed in my network, jump on the next big project, jump on, something that they hear, somebody that they trust talk about, oh, like this is the best ROI platform. This is the best automation. This is the best this is the best bot. This is the best EA, just to turn around and have all of those investors have the rug pulled out from under them or have the bot blow up, and people literally get disgusted from this industry because irresponsible people care about their own pocket. And of course, we're all in business to make money for ourselves. Of course, we're all in this thing to make change for our immediate families and our own personal lives. But there's a fiduciary responsibility providing people value in the financial markets where you have to care about people's money, where you have to care about what happens to that investor, God forbid, if they lose their investment. They could have taken money out of their 401k. They could have taken money out of their investment fund, their retirement fund. They could have taken money out of their children's college fund because the words that come out of our mouth. So this is a big responsibility. And the reason why I waited until this moment to truly start unloading on Aithena, and I'm not going to stop. My Facebook and Instagram, wherever you see me on social media, is just going to be results moving forward. I will not stop until 1 million people are using Aithena, because I truly believe that this is the tool. This is the key to automation in this industry. This is the one product that's going to save the Forex industry in terms of what we can do and how we can change and manifest greatness in the space. It doesn't always have to be one BS project after the other. This is the real deal. So please get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. I will have this recording up in like maybe 3 to 5 hours. But it was incredible seeing all of you today on this Sunday. For those of you who are not, who don't know me, or you're not in my network, or this is the first time you've ever seen me on a webinar, I'm so incredibly happy and blessed that we had a chance to communicate with one another and that we're able to meet. And whether we decide to work together or not, or whether you use this tool or not, either way, I'm going to send you peace, love, and blessings your way. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Happy Sunday. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay vigilant. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you so much. Take care and have a blessed day.